Hello and welcome to Qualitative 2013. I'm delighted to be joined by Rijn Vogelaar. Rijn, thank you very much for joining me. Would you first of all like to give a little bit of an introduction to yourself?
Yeah, my name is Rijn Vogelaar. I was former CEO of Blauw Research in the Netherlands. I've started my own company now, studying enthusiasm and the flow of enthusiasm. And but I worked in the industry for like 15 years.
Brilliant. And you've got a presentation in around an hour, is that correct? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the flow of enthusiasm and flow of enthusiasm in music. So we're going to have live music on stage. My friend Jamie Welligan, he's a singer-songwriter from London. We're going to explain how you can study musicians, how they are inspired, how they have a workflow together when they're playing in a band, and how they get the audience going. So we're going to study the flow of enthusiasm by talking about music, playing some songs, and hopefully get a flood of enthusiasm going in the audience.
Wow, that's awesome. And I know that they like to kind of encourage audience participation at these kind of presentations. Is there anything you can give us away about that, or is anything going on there?
Well, hopefully in the end, the crowd will start singing as well. Well, the end when Jamie will sing and will encourage them to sing along. So we'll see what will happen. Hopefully, yeah.
That sounds amazing. Definitely gonna come to that. And can I get your thoughts on some of the other presentations that have been going on thus far today? If any kind of caught your eye, if anything interested you?
I'm sorry to say that we just did practicing this morning, so I didn't see any presentations so far. There must have been a couple of interesting, and I hope to see one that starts in 5 minutes about positive psychology, because I write about that myself, so that would be good, yeah.
Positive psychology is Stacey Grayco, is that correct? Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on positive psychology? It sounds as though it kind of a similar vein to yours. If we're going music, singer-songwriting, could you say class them in the same bracket in a way?
Well, no, I don't know exactly what they're talking about, but I'm like writing a new book now, and it's about my old book was super promoters. Now I'm writing a book about the flame, the flow, and the flood of enthusiasm, and especially the flow is about how do you create enthusiasm together, is by giving each other compliments, being positive to each other, make sure that people can use their talents when they're in the company, and but that's obviously a field where positive psychology works on as well.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of people, and there seems to be an emerging theme there with kind of focusing on the positives as opposed to like the negatives in when doing research. Is that an emerging trend? Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, well, that's something that I'm constantly working on, because that's what I realized myself being a CEO of a market research agency, that we were actually problem collectors. I mean, if I didn't collect problems for my clients, and I was panicking a little bit. And then I realized that while diving into enthusiasm gives you a lot of great stories, and probably the most successes of companies like Facebook and Google and Apple and whatever, they are caused by the flow of enthusiasm, not by solving problems. It is an area that we didn't dive into as a market research industry for the last 50 years. So I think it's a new, promising, and maybe one of the most ignored fields that we can work on as qualitative researcher or quantitative researchers.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on. Rijn, can't wait to see your presentation. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.